Hey, I'm Rebecca and I've been playing action puzzle game Rangi, which interestingly first came out as a mobile VR game on the Samsung Gear. In summer of 2017, the game was ported over to the Vive, the Oculus and the PSVR, which is where I've been playing it. The mobile game does come out a good £4 cheaper than the PSVR, and from what I can tell so far, it doesn't offer any added features other than how you use the controllers. Rangi is set in a fictional African-inspired land with incredible tribal-themed soundtrack. The developers Funsoft are based in Morocco and wanted to make a game that centred heavily on African culture. A lot of research has gone into making this game feel authentic, down to the smallest details. The in-game artists looked at lots of different tribal masks to help inspire their art. The aim of the game is to complete different puzzles which open up another portal to the next level. The levels consist of these vast rooms and spaces that you travel around using teleportation to move to predetermined spots. You then try to solve the puzzles with a combination of moving blocks, pulling doors out of the way, and connecting the lines to try and route what I'm going to call a power source to open the portal. You do all this movement with a combination of a Move controller and simply looking around within the headset, which I must admit, in the PSVR, the looking around bit was a bit tricky, so I'd suggest sitting on a swivel chair to avoid smushing your head into an armchair like I did. The dual controller is compatible with this game, but I found the Move controller just feels completely natural as your stuff. The first few puzzles are quite soothing and calming, but the pace changes a few times, with spike walls and saws coming from nowhere, which you need to use your reflexes and speed to escape, teleporting away as quickly as you can. There are also enemies to watch out for who walk a predetermined path, but if you walk into them, it's instant death and it resets the room. The fundamental game mechanics of the game don't change from room to room, but rather different layers are added to keep the game fresh. For instance, one time I had to change the colours of the power sources by lining up the correct walls to get the portal to open. There was even a level where I could just suddenly fly. The levels never felt too similar, which made sure the game never felt boring. The music is a real standout. It's atmospheric and different from a lot of game soundtracks. Sometimes the soundtrack is calming and mesmerising, as with the levels, but it changes up and becomes something upbeat and makes your heart beat faster. There is a story in Rangi which centres around the ribbon having been stolen from your world and your character is tasked with getting it back. However, because the story's kind of told mostly through static text slides, it does feel quite unconnected. But I don't think this takes away from Rangi though. It's a brilliant puzzle game which has just got the right amount of challenges without ever becoming too frustrating. However, when I play VR games, I do often have to ask myself, what is being in VR actually adding to the game? And with Rangi, I'm in two minds. On one hand, it is a little clunky teleporting around instead of, say, using a controller to move. On the other hand, the PlayStation controller does feel completely natural to move blocks and manipulate the world. One of the things I like about VR is being able to fully interact with the world, and having the teleportation element just stops you being able to explore fully. There's a good 4 hours of content in this game, and more so if you're inclined to look for collectibles. I'm really not, but there's loads of different artifacts to find across the levels. It's a really great game, so I advise you to play it. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and like things and for more videos. That didn't make any sense. Goodbye!